Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to my channel. I'm just saying though, if you like what you hear, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Guys, today I wanted to talk about toxic masculinity and narcissism. As you can already see, I've already showed you pictures of Snoop Dogg, Kevin Hart, Boosie. You're going to see Floyd Mayweather. These are people, men that a lot of people like to look up to, men and children. They look up to and they want to emulate a lot of what they are seeing. And at one time, T.I. was looked upon as like daddy of the year. But the more that you listen to T.I., even something as crazy as yesterday, he's saying he wants to teach his daughter about heartbreak because he worried about his son and heartbreak because his son to learn who he is whenever he get his heart broken, but his daughter, he got to teach her how to deal with it. I could be the only one to think like this, and I'm okay with that, but I'm just putting this out there for this reason. You don't see a lot of men that have to worry about a woman killing them because they cheated on them or that they want to break up. Do you understand what I'm saying? A lot of times when you see domestic violence that ends in death, it's normally because the man's heart, not heart, I'm saying his heart is broken, but really it's his feelings are hurt. He's embarrassed. It's a saying on the show A Handmaid's Tale where she says a man worries about a woman embarrassing him, and a woman worries about a man killing her. Striking difference. In our culture, blacks, we look up to men that to this day, I don't understand why we're looking up to them. I know people say you should never meet your heroes. That's probably true because we have these fantasies about how great they are because they only show us the best part of them. They're always putting on an act in front of the TV. But in real life, the more you know, it's like, oh my God, this dude is trash. Snoop Dogg constantly berates black women, and he has a daughter. They cheat on their women. Snoop Dogg cheats on his women. Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. He came on TV, made a video about it. He says he's sorry, but he's really sorry that his other daughter, that his children are one day going to find out about it. People always say, oh, it's so many single parents. This is what happens when they're single parents. You have men at home that are teaching children, girls, young women, the wrong thing. They're trying to teach us one thing while they feel they don't need to teach the same thing to their boys. They tell the boys, go out and be a man. But girls, y'all need to, make sure y'all are pure for us men that are out there sleeping with anything that moves. Boosie has, I don't even know how many children he has. I honestly don't know. But he's on Instagram or whatever he's on telling women, let me see it. I'm going to give you all this money. It's like, dude, do you tell your children this? Do you tell your daughters this is how you want them to act? When children see things, that's what they emulate. They say, my daddy might be doing this, but he's telling me to do this. It's like, do as I say, not what I do. Children are always going to do what they see. They will emulate what they see. Snoop Dogg, you're out there telling women, grow your own hair as your daughter sits at home, probably depressed with all the craziness that you are showing her. Even though you're telling her one thing, they know what they see. Children are not crazy. We should not be looking up to people like Snoop Dogg, T.I., Floyd Mayweather, Lil Wayne, Bill Cosby, Kevin Hart. They are the epitome of toxic masculinity. And I know a lot of us are thinking, okay, these are not men that we should be looking up to, but it's a lot of people that look up to them. They believe the words of whatever Snoop Dogg says. Because one minute he'll saying, he made T.I. I'm all over the place. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Snoop Dogg did a gospel CD. And then, if like later you find out, hey, he's allegedly cheating with several other women. But the first thing they do is say, God this, God that. T.I. wants to get on TV and try to quote the Bible, but yet and still we know that he cheats on his wife. And they always want you to think of them as these God-fearing, Christian-like men. Really? Really? But that's how it is in our black community. I can say this from experience. My dad was a complete womanizer. He bought several. He didn't bring several children of his home, but he bought a little girl home that was almost the same age as my little sister. And he thought it was okay. And my father was a deacon in the church. And the first thing people always say in the church is, y'all got to keep that family together. And these men are out here telling us one thing and praying to God and coming home and being the most violent of men. Every week we learn of a man that's put his hand on a woman, and yet and still T.I. feels like he only needs to talk to his daughter about having a heart broken. You need to talk to all your children, not both. I don't know how many children you have. Talk to the girls just as you talk to the boys about domestic violence. Don't put your hand on somebody else. But no, you only feel it necessary to tell your little girl. What is wrong with you? And Floyd Mayweather. Money does not make a man. Like, I think a lot of us look up to these men because they have money. And yes, money can help a lot, but it doesn't make you be a better person. If you was already crazy, money can be a drug, and money will bring out more crazy. If you was arrogant, now your head is too big to walk through the door. Floyd Mayweather is the epitome of all of this. Like, I don't even know which man is the worst. I feel like I'm just doing a lot of ranting, and I am, because every day it's sad to see that a lot of black women always are being told about we can do better, support our black men. They're not supporting us. And I want to say this. All black men are not like this. I love seeing the men take the time to actually teach their children morals in a way of life, because that's how they are living. Not say one thing and do something else. Not for the purpose of appearance only. T.I. is so full of himself, and he thinks he's speaking so eloquently. Really, T.I., do you even know most of the words that you say? Do you even understand the definition of the words? You like hearing yourself talk. And guys, it's depressing when you see how many girls are listening to these men telling them the wrong thing, because they see one thing and they're like, well, my dad is telling me this, but look at the women that he's dating. Look at how he's treating my mom. Then you got the son that's saying it. They're like, oh, daddy get all these fine women, and that's what I want. That's the kind of life I want. And they're giving the boys high five and looking at the girls like, don't get your heart broken. Don't get your heart broken. That's how it's supposed to work. When you look at toxic masculinity, you have, you think about, okay, there's nothing wrong with, okay, all right, let's get the guys together and we'll have a couple of beers. Let's go fishing. Let's play some football. And how about I just grow that beard out? Then you have this is what toxic masculinity is. And this is what a lot of these men are doing. They're treating their women as sexual objects. Many of them. T.I. doesn't say that. He might say he's sorry for cheating on his woman, and then you turn around the next day and there he is again, doing something that he can justify with, well, my son, they don't, they'll know who they are once they get their heart broken. But your daughter will see how you are doing, their mom. And the thing about toxic masculinity is, in the end, they use women as sexual objects. And when a man gets his feelings hurt, the first thing he does is become violent. And this is why I don't understand why people say keep the family together whenever we have all this toxic masculinity out there and these men that always resort to violence. You guys, that's all I wanted to talk about today. I kind of was all over the place, a little frustrated with the things that I'm seeing. We can do better, guys. We can do better. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and thanks for tuning into my channel.